Greetings, Organizational Leadership 2000 Leadership and Pop Culture class. Welcome to another online presentation here, video presentation by me. I'm using the YouTube feature that we have access to through our Gmail. So if you go into your Gmail account, go to the upper right-hand corner, there's a box of dots, and in that are a number of apps and programs available to you, including YouTube. So when you do your show and tell, which is now worth 130 points, in the week that you're assigned, you can use this feature. You can use YouTube and save the URL and paste it into the respective online discussion for all of us to view. So I have done a complete revamping of this course, and I really want you to breathe easy, to in fact take a deep breath. And to relax and to settle into what is going to be a long haul, not just for the rest of this semester, but apparently for the next couple of months. Most of all, I encourage you to be well and to be safe, especially as you are traveling back to your homes. RMU has just shut down completely, except for the police department. So everybody's sheltering in place. And I know a number of you are on your way to doing the same. So I wish you well. And this is a time, as I said in a recent announcement, where we all need great measures of grace and mercy. I know I need them. I'm anxious. I'm frustrated. I'm nervous. I'm coping with this with my wife and my 3 cats, one of whom starred in one of my uh, one of my video announcements earlier this week. But so much has changed in the last week, and it's really important that we take care of ourselves and the people we love, and also practice this phenomenon called social distancing, not leaving our homes until and unless we absolutely have to. So I do want to talk to you about the changes in the course. And if you go into the online shell, you'll see that that I've made some significant changes. And these changes are set up to accommodate your changing situation and mine as well. So you can see that earlier today I sent you an announcement entitled Grace and Mercy. And I'm going to read that announcement and explain what I have done, because there's another announcement following that that I hope clarifies where we are. The last week since we met in Percy has been a week filled with changes in the status of this coronavirus, creating fear, panic, and anxiety for all of us. We all need large measures of grace and mercy in order to experience in the midst of chaos. So, after having spent an hour with one of our tech people last night on the week 2 discussion 1 and week 2 discussion 2 problem, I don't know if you noticed this, but the discussions were bleeding into each other, and only one of them showed up in the gray book. Both of us realized we were facing some kind of Blackboard anomaly. He's worked on Blackboard for 4 or 5 years. I've been teaching with Blackboard for 15 years. Neither of us could fix it. In short, regardless of whether you posted in one or the other discussion, all the posts ended up in week 2 discussion 2. So if you have done a single post for this week, week 2, in either discussion 1 or discussion 2, I am going to give you full credit, 30 points for each discussion on this coming Monday morning when I grade the week 2 assignments. That means that if you just do a single post in one of these discussions, you're going to get a total of 30 plus 30 or 60 points. In addition, I'm cutting the written critiques down to 3 total instead of actually 6, plus the 2 tribe surveys. And if you remember, in week 1, I had you take a tribe survey, and you handed the results in to me. at class. Week 8, I'm having you take a different tribe survey, which is interesting in its own way. It's more about politics. And each of these two tribal surveys in week 1 and week 8 are worth 100 points each. Okay. And then instead of doing 3 out of the 6 assignments, including the ethnography, you're going to only, instead of doing all 6 of them, you're only going to do 3. And I'm in the process here now of editing what I've written here, because the ethnography assignment is an option. You can do that because all of these written critiques, including the ethnography, are, if you decide to do an ethnography, and you might be in a place um, to do one, then I'm removing the removal of, instead of 6. There we go. All right, I'm submitting that. Like you, I'm doing this on the fly, and so the way this is set up now is there will be 12 online discussions at 30 points each. This is in the announcement and the email I sent to you. Weekly class assignments are 5 at 100 points each, but remember, this includes the 2 online tribal surveys, and then 3 written critiques, and that includes the ethnography if you decide to do that. So that gives us 1,000 points finally. Show and tell has now been increased from 90 points to 130, and you can look at the totals here. So if you haven't sent me the tribe survey from week 1 or the song critique, please get those into me by Sunday at midnight. Just send me the tribe survey results to my email, granta@rmu.edu, and then post the song critique in the week 2 song critique Dropbox. So this is what this ends up looking like. And this is the last announcement that I made. In light of the grade redistribution and assignment reduction, here's what's happening. Each week going forward, all of you will do 2 discussions which are worth 30 points each. This is kind of the place where we communicate and where we make sense of the course materials. Each of you will do the week 1 and week 8 tribe surveys. If you have not done the week 1 tribe survey, please complete it and send the results to me via email. Again, granta@rmu.edu. The week 8 tribe survey, which is different, is built into one of the discussions in week 8. So all you need to do is participate in that discussion and share your results. So the 2 tribal surveys are now worth, each of them, 100 points for a total of 200 points. Then there are 6 remaining weeks with written critiques, including songs, ads, sports figures, TV or movie critiques, political figures, and finally the ethnographies. I want you to choose 3 of these written critiques to do out of the 6 that were originally due. And I want you to write these out, 1 to 2 page, single spaced critiques of ads or a sports figure or a TV series or a movie, a political figure, or if you want to do the ethnography, you're welcome to. You're going to complete these maybe every other week, do one, and then upload those in the appropriate written critique, Turnitin logo box in the respective week. Finally, each of you will do show and tell for one of the weeks, which means that you should follow the show and tell schedule for each week and make sure you do your video presentation during the week you are listed. So those are the big changes in the course, and I recommend that you go into your online shells and look at these changes while you're listening to my my presentation here, my video presentation here, and then click down through the weeks and make a decision about what you want to do. Um, Next week, we're going to look at advertisements. And if you're really interested in ads, you could pick an ad, and I recommend that you do a short um, TV ad or a print ad, um, and then write up your critique and upload it. And I would say the same too for week 3 and week 5. That is, going to be looking at sports figures and political figures. I think the easiest way, the most expeditious way of doing this is to find a political ad or an ad which features, a professional or collegiate athlete selling some product. Um, that would be the most simple, straightforward way of doing an analysis, which, as you know, includes indexical, iconic, symbolic meanings, and then a speculation about whether or not this person is actually a cultural artifact. So the other thing is, as we move through the rest of this semester, one of the discussions will be whether or not the person you're thinking about and have chosen for this week's critique um, is a leader in some way, and if so, in what way. And as you read through the leadership book, you're going to be exposed to leadership issues, leadership problems, concerns, and also different theories of leadership. And so your understanding of what constitutes a leader should become increasingly sophisticated and critical through the semester. With the Barry Brummett rhetoric and pop culture texts, we're going to be doing the same thing. You're going to be exposed to different ways of thinking about texts beyond just identifying indexical, symbolic, iconic meanings and determining whether or not this person or this text is in fact an artifact. You're going to be exposed to narrative theory. You're going to be exposed to feminist theory, Marxist theory, and other critical theories. And they're all very interesting. And I'm going to do a short lecture on all of these things at the beginning of each week, and may even attempt to do a Blackboard collaborative ultra session on Tuesday nights, if I can get this software working. And if I do that, then what we'll do is I'll set a time and we'll go live, and you can come on in and I can talk to you, I can give a short lecture, I can answer questions that you have, and so on and so forth. So this is all new for me, although I have taught fully online courses for years now, and it's just a matter of translating what we were going to do in the physical classroom into an appropriate online setting. And I can't believe that I have so many typos, but that'll tell you something about my state of mind, because I never let anything go out that has a typo in it. So the situation obviously is fluid here in the US and here in Pittsburgh, and I'm sure in the cities where you are sheltering in place. But I'm really committed to making this class a positive experience for you, and even a growth experience. I've been around a lot longer than all of you, as you can see. And I've seen a lot of things in my life, beginning with the Vietnam War when I was an undergraduate at Pitt in the 1970s, and I've never seen anything like this. And I'm digging deeply into my own psychological and social resources to not only survive this pandemic, but somehow to thrive and to grow. And I'm wishing the same for you. And I'm hoping that this class will be, in spite of the fact that we're not face to face as such, will be a very positive, fulfilling, and rich experience for you. And in the process, I hope that we can still have some fun, and that humor will be a part of this, and that we actually learn some new things from each other. So I'm looking forward to the changes that have come. Please be patient with me as I attempt to organize this course in such a way that makes sense for you as students, and that doesn't require too much of you in the time of coronavirus, but actually becomes a, a class that is well ordered, thoughtful, and fair for all of us. So that's it for now. I'll be in touch regularly, and I'm I think I just had my head pretty much cut off during this whole video presentation as I went through the stuff that's going on in the online shell. I'll talk to you soon. Be well, be safe.